is about how we can do our keyword research so that we can optimize our content and bring more customer organically, right? So in last presentation, we had a look into a couple of tricks where we learned how we can do backlinks, like organic backlinks to our websites, so that we can, get more SERP. And this one, we will learn about new tools and techniques how we can do our keyword research. All right. So let's understand what keyword research is. So if let's say 5,000 people are searching for the same problem, then that is the niche, right? If you write a content for something which people are looking up for the solution, which people are looking for, that's what you call the king content. I mean, if nobody wants to know how to tie a knot, why would people create videos and articles to how to tie a knot? There are lots of people who are actually looking for those kind of problems. That's why people create content. So that's the major thing. So we need to know what your audience major problems. Then the second important bit is the language they speak. Most of the time when you search something on the Google, you will see that it auto-suggests you things. And I have never seen Google suggesting wrong words in the search bar, but even if you type a wrong word in the Google search bar, you will get the results, right? And that's because Google has indexed those wrong words as humanity words. Like human use wrong words when they're searching on Google, and that's a kind of a benefit for a SEO guy or a marketing guy to optimize something with a wrong word also. That actually gives a little bit buff up. So the language is also very important bit. Now, there are topics which become more important or less important according to the time. For an example, last year when we are in the verge of Brexit, everyone was searching for Brexit. So people created a lot of content around Brexit and they optimized their websites around that, and that Brexit leads to which area we should invest, and then that article leads to which commodities we should invest in, right? So these are like the connecting bits which you can optimize your content and then make sure that you land up with the customer. Now,
you find that people's searches get more focused. You talk about the Brexit example. Originally, would it be a case that loads of people would have just searched on Brexit because of what happened? That general information, and then as they became more informed, they would then search much more specific topics within Brexit.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is, who will search for the Brexit? People who are living in UK or EU and they are affected by Brexit, right? Now, majority of those people are people who trade in EU, or who are people who are immigrants from EU into UK, or people who deal with bits and pieces which affects them directly or indirectly if the law changes. Now, if I don't know what is Brexit, I'll say, what is Brexit? First of all, I need to learn that. Once that I learn that particular piece of information, then I will search, okay, how it's going to affect me in terms of if it happens to my business. So I think, yes, you're right. First, you have to understand what is Brexit, which is the umbrella topic, and then drill down to the subtopics to understand it more in terms of how it affects. So the first tool which I usually use to do the keyword research is the FactFox. It's an add-on for Firefox. You can use it by downloading it from the Firefox add-on, or you can use it on the website, which is called webpagefx.com. You have the similar interface both the places because it works on the API. So you just type your keyword here. So I have typed digital marketing, and then you just have to select category of sites, whichever you want, and then most importantly you have to select the tags around which you want to search for the keyword. The moment you click on the search, that what this engine does is it goes out and then it has its own index, plus it also poach information from different sources and bring you back some results which people use or used in past 3 months, 6 months and a year. And then that's how you will find a lot of keywords landing on the same sort of area which you're looking to generate content for. So let's say for an example, my Gmail email is going to junk folder. What video marketing platform do you prefer? taking over a webmastering job. These are the contents if you create, then you will have somebody who land onto your page and literally contact you back, because that's very niche, right? Now let's move on to the next one, which is called Twitter chats. Have you heard about it? No? Okay. So Twitter chats are gold mines for me. I mean, there are platforms which actually gather all the information from Twitter and make it available for you. So let's say for an example, if I want to talk about SEO, what I'll do is I'll put a tweet together and then hashtag it SEO. Now what that means to a technical person, that means that that particular SEO thing will be flagged into Twitter chats. Now how it's gonna work? It's gonna work like this. If you put anything on Twitter with a hashtag, go on any of these websites, which is TwitChat, Twitterfall, TweetGrid, tworks.com. They all look pretty much similar. They do all similar things because they follow Twitter APIs. What you have to just do it, you just have to put your keyword which you want to search for, the Twitch chats, and then set the hashtag and enter it. The moment you do that, you will see all the results related to that hashtag. So you get to know how many people actually want to talk about that particular, topic. Now, mostly you will see that hashtag will come with some sort of question or some sort of article which they have already created, like 35 ways to make your site search friendly, direct retail digital marketing specialist in depth knowledge of SEO and network program. And this will give you a lot of idea about what kind of stuff people are talking in that particular industry or keyword which you search for. You will see questions around that, like how many hashtags should I use in an Instagram, right? Do you think email marketing is effective? I met a guy this month, 1st of April, who started his business with just a laptop and Shopify, and he turned 300,000 pounds in 8 months, and he hasn't got any physical good in his inventory. How he did it, he mentioned about a couple of tools which I'm going to talk in my next talk. But then the primary part of it is he brought customers on his portal, right? And then he did a lot of things by social networks and organic advertisements on Google. So this is again a good place where you can find questions people putting on Twitter and they are looking for answers for the same. So it would be a good idea to generate contents around these lines instead of generating contents which you think you know about, right? Because people don't search for things which you know about. People search for things which they want to learn, right? Now the third tool is keywordtool.io. It's open source, but they also charge for 750 words a month, but then after that they charge you. So this tool is quite good because it has different filters in it. So the first and the most Google, obviously, but also they do YouTube, Bing, and App Store search. Now people think, why would somebody do App Store? Well, it is a big search engine. It's not that big as Bing and YouTube and Google, but it is big. There are billions of iPhone users, you all know. There are many users who use Apple products and they search a lot of apps on app stores. And I'm not saying they're gonna search how to do something, but that will give you a lot of idea about what kind of app you want to develop, because that's people searching, right? So that will generate a lot of ideas from this keyword tool. And this is how it looks. So I search for marketing, and that's how they shown up me all the keywords which is listed here. There's another way you can actually add a suffix or prefix in your keyword. That will give you a lot of examples, like if I add C, then it will give me marketing careers, coordinator jobs, concept, channels, collateral, consultants, companies, following. This helps a lot because this gives you an idea that which words are more user friendly in terms of search industry, right?
Are those ranked in order to be most popular?
Because I put a suffix C, he just gave me an idea of it, but I'm not sure if they're ranked or not. Because if the tool has ranked them up, the tool must have put some ranking on it because it's a good selling point for the tool, right? But because the tool hasn't given any ranking, I would say they are not ranked. Yeah. So this is the third tool which I use usually for getting good keyword research around my industry. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the last way which everybody knows around here, which is the Google suggestions, which I follow usually. So whatever you search on Google, scroll down to the paging section, and whatever suggestion you see here, they are the keywords or key phrases which a lot of people actually search. That's open and everyone knows about it. So I just thought I'll just put that screenshot here. Again, one more thing I do is if I want to create any how-to videos, I literally just search about it and I see that how many views are there on each video which has this kind of how-to question in it, and that actually gives me a lot of idea. You can see that how much work that people do. They actually create customized thumbs for your video so that you can rank up. It gives a lot of idea. So in our last presentation, I mentioned how to rank your YouTube video with a mini blog, which you can get on our website. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions around that? Was that helpful? Tools?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to use them for our future keyword research then. All right. Cool.
When you add, when you add, say, plus C, and you add another prefix as well.
Yeah. You can add
As many as you want.
as many as you want because it's open, right? It's
Yeah.
a text field, so it's easier to add anything. It just you have to use a delimiter plus. Cool. Well, that's it then. Thank you. Okay.